I picked the right one. I know what I'm doing.
I'm used to save files having just the flat-out playtime.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why... Well, no, I kind of understand why they have dates. But... See, that's right, I had business here. Ulbrich, you arrive at Victor's Hollow. Among the voices discussing the upcoming tournament, you overhear the name Gustav. The story so far. Ulbrich had set out on a new journey. His quest was to find something he had lost, the very reason for which he wielded his blade. To find an answer, he would find his former comrade, Erhard, the man who had betrayed their liege lord and king. According to the brigand leader, Gaston, there's a man in Victor's Hollow named who knew Erhard. Mayhap he can tell Ulbrich where Erhard has gone. Gustav is the man's name. They call him the Black Knight. Will Ulbrich find him here, in this town of warriors? Long time since I've seen such crowds.
Welcome, welcome.
How there, traveler? I trust you know the arena.
Yep.
Of course I do. Townsfolk here don't ever shut up about it. Anyway, that's why I've come to see it in the grandest tourney of the year.
Yes.
Right you are, my friend. Right you are. Ain't no better time to visit. You got warriors from every corner of the world, willing to risk life and limb for ultimate honor. Only 8 champions remain, now the preliminary battles have been fought. Of them, I say there's 4 you'll be wanting to keep an eye on. The reigning champion is Archibald, the Crusher we call him, and 4 times in a row he's claimed the prize. Joshua hails from a icy waste of the north. They say his heart's as gold as his blade. And then there's Wallace Wildsword, the man who reached the final battle last year, only to fall to Archibald. And there's only one more you should know. Gustav, the man they call the Black Knight.
What?
Did he say Gustav?
Yes.
That's right, newcomer he is, but he's proven his worth, besting every foe he's faced thus far. There's many who's saying he might be the one to finally topple the Crusher. We got a reigning king, a stranger who'd usurp his throne, and 6 more challengers, each as formidable as the last. You don't want to be missing this tourney, or you'll regret it to your dying day.
Whoa.
Tell me something.
Of course.
Ask your question. I'm here to help.
The truth is...
Where can I find this Gustav? There's something I must ask him. The woman in red looks important.
Yeah, she does.
Finding him is easy. Just buy a ticket for the tourney and he'll be there in all his glory. As for talking, well, that's up to him, ain't it?
Thank you.
I see. Thank you. So I can find this Gustav at the arena, but how do I convince him to talk to me?
There's a man who looks like he can swing a sword. He could just be the one I need. Blurp, blurp, blurp. I wonder if you're going to be recruited by her or get into the tournament?
So that is the famous Victor's Hollow Arena. You've heard of it. Oh yes, the histories say that it was first built as a penal circus, where prisoners were made to fight to the death. A cruel practice. Quite, but people eventually wearied of watching men die for sport. And the fights became more humane, less deadly. Forced duels between prisoners were banned. Only free men and volunteers could fight. Now the arenas where men come to test their mettle and win glory for themselves. Tell me, Ulbrich, what do you think of this present-day arena? It's honorable, far better than forcing poor wretches to kill or be killed. It's still a blood sport, but fought between free men who can choose not to, if that's their will. Have I robbed this town? It doesn't look like it.
It's funny how that lady disappears as soon as the cutscene ends, but you would have thought she would approach Ulbrich immediately.
Yeah, you'd think so. Okay, so I will have to come back here and clear this place out. I guess I did rob some of this. Maybe I just wasn't high enough level at the time. That's probably the most likely.
You're stealing from the guy who has a quest for you, potentially?
Yeah. Happens. Okay. Oh, we're going the wrong way. How do I sprint? That's how I sprint. We're not actually supposed to go to the arena yet. We're supposed to backtrack. Question mark.
I think we were supposed to find Gustav first.
Nope.
No?
Probably the woman. I don't really know, but the
She didn't seem to make her intentions known.
Boy, knight. A fighter. Quick with the blade. Ill will in his eyes. State your business. And if it's violence you seek, know that you shall have it.
Looks of him. He knows how to use that blade. Reckon he'd be more than a match for me, even if I were at full strength.
Thought you'd agree. My eyes never steered me wrong yet. My apologies for the dramatics, but I wanted Ned here to take the measure of you. He'd be fighting in the tourney if it weren't for his wounds.
If you have business with me, then state it plain.
Cecily, at your service. I'm what you'd call a promoter of sorts.
And what is it you promote?
Arena battles, mostly. And the men who fight them. Except Cecily here's done neither yet. Still looking for a big break, she is.
Stay your tongue, Ned. I do the talking, remember? You want to meet the man Gustav, yes?
You were there when I spoke to the Barker.
That's right. And I'll tell you something he didn't. Tourney fighters don't make a habit of fraternizing with the hoi polloi. If you and he were old friends, that'd be one thing. But something tells me he's not expecting your visit.
Do you have a point?
I have advice. If you want to talk to Gustav, your best play would be to fight in the tourney yourself.
But how? The preliminary rounds are already over, or so I heard.
See? This is why you need me. I know a way you can get around that.
Then tell me.
Simply prove that you're a better fighter than one of the remaining champions, and make sure everyone sees it. During the tourney, local authorities turn a blind eye to public dueling. It's still against the law, mind you, but no one gets in trouble for it. Lots of men come here fancying themselves good with a blade, and they look to prove it, whether they qualify for the tourney or no.
But surely, those who have qualified are above getting involved in petty brawls.
They're here to prove themselves, same as everyone. If the circumstances are right, they can no more shirk a challenge outside the arena than in it.
I'm telling you, this is your ticket to the tourney. Get the attention of one of the champions, and make them challenge you. Put them in a position where they've no choice but to prove they're your better with a blade.
And what do you get out of all of this?
When you do get into the tourney, you'll fight under my colors. If you reach the final battle, I'll have fighters lining up to put their seal on a contract with me.
Ah, a deal where we both benefit.
Is there a better kind? I'll get my scribe to draw up the contract. What name will you use?
My own. Olberic Eisenberg.
Eisenberg? The unbending blade of Hornburg himself?
A fine figure, and famous too. Told you I could pick him, Ned. Well, my lordship, I think this partnership is going to work out handsomely.
So, essentially, is she kind of like a Philistides from Hercules? You know, Phil?
Yeah, kind of.
Where she's just sort of the person that arranges the fights, maybe does some promotion.
Well, you know how like boxers all have their their coach next to them, you know, the
right, but
match
she's,
organizer and stuff.
I wouldn't see
Less
her
of
as
a
a coach.
but she's definitely more of kind of like an organizer, I don't know. Well now, which of these hot-blooded types would be up for a duel?
You there.
Eh? You're looking to pick a fight? You come to the right place. Aye, a fight with this one is sure to raise some eyebrows.
Pshaw.
You won't be living for long.
This guy doesn't look like one of the warriors in the
No.
tourney, though.
Alright. So first and foremost, we beat up the old man.
What?
Just beat Tar out of the town.
The
Just
entire town?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Ulbrich. No.
Listen up.
Let's see. Challenge.
I want... Oh.
What?
I wanted you to see what the other people you could challenge were first.
Oh, this guy over here? You're fixing for trouble, old man, because I got plenty to give the likes of ye.
Prepare yourself.
Aye, a fight with this one is sure to raise some eyebrows.
All right.
Devil take ye. You bit off more than you know. Yeah.
These just don't
No, these are not
seem-
the arena guys.
Yeah.
These are just people. Like, effectively, we're just gonna fight everybody first. And then we'll fight. Like, we're working our way up the ranks. Still struggles to defend against blades. Daggers and swords and the like. Fire and lightning, too, if you can leverage that. Well, then. Oh, Brick. You are going to destroy this man.
Let us fight with honor.
Oh,
Have at you.
a little bit low on SP.
Out of my way. The battle is
so
truly
weak.
joined.
He's so weak.
A small blade cuts deep.
For some reason, that have actually reminds me of, what's the phrase?
The battle.
Isn't it like, what have you?
Unbending.
Is the phrase when you're...
Oh,
It's kind of like a filler when you're saying you know,
yeah.
what have you.
With each battle, I grow
It's not a filler, it's... Oh, I don't...
Eyeing me.
Get me out of here! And he's... Oh. What have you? Wiktionary. What have you is means like, etc.
Etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not so much a filler as a finisher? Question mark.
Mm-hmm. I just remember that being at the end of a lot of my grandfather's sentences.
Mm-hmm.
What have you?
Yeah. So instead of etc., it's what have you. Anyway, guess we might as well scrutinize this man. He is weak to spears and arrows. Wind and dark. Well, I got spears aplenty. This man's going down.
'Tis a good day for
Yeah, so we're just fighting, you know,
battle is
would-be
truly
fighters.
joined.
Unfortunately, the would-be fighters are
by 1,000 cuts.
pretty weak. Oh.
I'm just wondering if you're going to attract the attention of any larger fry.
Probably. They'll be more likely to fight us if we've already
The
proven to
battle
be a
is truly
capable
joined.
dueler.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Which I think he's proving pretty conclusively by beating the snot out of everybody.
I'm really
he
glad that
encounters.
this isn't allowed anymore in public, you know?
Unbending.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, there were probably a lot of duels
With each
and
battle, I grow stronger.
whatnot.
Yeah, if I remember, we even had like a president that was shot in a duel.
The hell?
I mean, a couple, but some of them survived it.
Yeah, but
No,
like,
if you're thinking about Burr and Hamilton,
I
mean,
think so, yeah.
Come now, is that all? Is there none among you who can best my fighter? His name is Ulbrich Eisenberg. one of the twin blades from the once proud realm of Hornburg. Come, don't cower in the crowds, or have you not the courage to face the unbending blade?
The unbending blade?
Truly?
Could it truly be? Ulrich Eisenberg still lives.
Eisenberg? Is he supposed to be famous or something?
Are you daft, woman? Everyone's heard of the unbending blade.
Huh?
If he's so great, why ain't he fighting in the tourney? How long will it take? I've fought all comers.
You're not quitting on me now, are you?
No.
No, but I like it not when my fate is in another's hand.
Uh-oh.
Cuds me, it's Victorino. Victorino,
That's quite the name.
the bounty hound, who collected coin for the heads of 7 ill-famed buccaneers.
Ho ho!
Aha, at last a man who wears his blade like he knows how to use it.
Oi!
Give him space, lads. There's a tourney champion.
Whoa!
Aye, the buccaneer blade, no less. 10 leaves. I got 10 leaves on him. We'll match it.
Truly?
She's speaking the truth? Are you the unbending blade? When a name reaches me on the high seas, I reckon the man who wears it done something to earn it.
Well,
You're one of the tourney champions.
Just so.
Aye, Victorino's the name. I watched you fight the others. And started wondering to myself, could he be better than me? And once that question came, I had no choice but to find myself an answer.
Now then.
Wait. We'll need witnesses. A bigger crowd. The plaza. Fight your battle there.
That's right.
I'm willing. The bigger the crowd, the bigger the stakes. I'll see you there, knight.
So you guys need an audience.
Well, I'm glad I've kitted Ulbrich out as a skilled fighter. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to do this. No witnesses! Also, these people
Wait.
are pretty weak.
with honor.
Are you going
Have
to
at you.
battle the entire crowd that you've assembled to be your witnesses?
Yeah. Is
The
that...
only thing they'll witness is what? The stars floating about their head?
I'm sure they'll
the
be able
cold
to attest to my
cobblestone
greatness.
path below their feet?
I think they'll be able to figure out who is the mightier one. The one guy who just stood there, Ulbrich, who fought everyone. I just really like the visual of just like Ulbrich surrounded by a crowd of unconscious people. Like it is.
Now, back in Pokemon, didn't they explain the
I
whole
grow stronger.
if someone challenges you, you're obligated to fight thing?
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised, first off, you're challenging them and they can't refuse. But also, when you play Pokemon and you're out in the world, you have no choice. If someone
Let us
spots
fight
you,
with honor.
you have to battle them.
Now then. The dagger dance.
I really like the soundtrack for this game. I will actually listen to it just on my own.
The
Most
battle is
JRPGs I
truly
don't listen to the soundtrack for.
Death by a
Oh,
thousand
he was
cuts.
weak.
With each
This will go
battle,
faster
I grow stronger.
if they're all that weak.
Watch you fight your own sponsor to this event.
We'll see if I can. This guy's a tough
It's a
one.
good day
I think.
for battle.
I think he's tougher. 1,000 spears. There we go. I only ever seem to hit them 4 times with that. We really gotta pump his accuracy if we can. He does not do enough damage. Or he doesn't hit nearly enough. I think that move probably has like just awful at accuracy rate.
Victory shall be mine.
Whee.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
There we go.
I'm getting bad flashbacks to playing violin. I didn't mind playing violin back in school, but my pinky finger was, I don't know if my pinky finger is just smaller or weaker, but I could never do the fourth notes that well.
Holy crap, this spectator is tough.
And the thing is, the fourth note on every string is the exact same tone as the note of a flat string when it's played. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
So, you know, you go D, E, F, G, and then A would be the next string, so you didn't need to use your pinky finger to hold the note down to make A. But, so I always just preferred using the flat strings, so people are like, oh, you got so much better sound quality by playing it with your fingers instead. And I go, then what's the point of having just the strings available for you to play as they are? I mean, I know it creates more vibrations because it's not under any pressure, but
My blade is unbending.
I know nothing about playing violin. Just never was. I don't know, I was never terribly musically inclined. I kind of tried to get into drums, but like
that's less I suppose is melodical a word?
Melodic.
Melodical is how you pronounce
no,
it.
I think it's just melodic.
Really?
Melodic, yeah.
Huh? Well, melodic in nature? Ah, you're right. Maybe you just say that.
Holy crap, this guy has like 10,000 HP or more.
Yeah, the cow at the end doesn't make sense. Yeah, percussion, it's more about rhythm and beat as opposed to melody. You know? Pitch and such.
Is he not dead yet? How is he not dead yet?
Man, it would drive your parents though if you had decided to take up drums.
We bought like an electronic drum thing so I could maybe learn, but no lessons, so I was just supposed to learn how to play. Suffice to say, I never learned how to play. But I don't think they ever really wanted me to learn how to play the drums. Whereas like with my brother, it was very distinctly like, yeah.
Well, he did flute, right?
He did flute. I think he was a little bit more motivated. He was in music class. He was in a bunch of things.
Yeah, I wanted to learn piano and harp, but in school orchestras, they only ever have 1 or 2 harps max, so it's like, too bad. We already have 2 harps. It's like, oh. Okay, then. So I ended up taking up violin. In hindsight, I probably would have enjoyed cello too. But with violin, I eventually, when I was able to upgrade to a full violin, I was able to use my great-great-grandfather's. And, I mean, string instruments only get better with age.
As long as they're taken care of, yeah.
Well, yeah, that one had been in a sort of like one of those little bank vaults, and it had fallen to pieces. Not like to pieces, but the central seam up the middle had cracked open and the neck had come off. But fortunately, my mom had a friend from like high school that was a professional wood instrument. Oh, not wood instrument. You know, just he professionally worked with string instruments made out of wood. So he was able to fix it up really nicely. And you couldn't even tell that it had ever been damaged. So that was nice. I love wood grain and how different finishes and stuff create different patterns and whatnot.
Yeah.
That one has a really pretty one. And it's a solid back too.
There are multi-slash moves in this game? It doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate.
Though, you had to do the whole recorder thing, right?
Yeah, that was more of a, that was something that we had to do in elementary school.
Yeah. I think everyone in elementary school, at least as far as I know in the United States, has to take up alto recorder, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, I was actually fairly decent at it.
It's probably why your brother ended up going into flute then.
I don't think he ever had to do the recorder.
What?
I don't remember him doing recorder stuff, but I could be wrong.
I ended up ordering a soprano recorder as well. I liked playing my recorder so much.
Each battle, I grow stronger.
But then I ended up getting ocarinas. Those are fun.
Oh, scrutinizer.
Ah. Well, looks like you can't.
Shouldn't. Oh well.
There goes the crowd.
Okay, this one's not to be trifled with. Stick
Height
with swords
4
and daggers.
cubits. What's a cubit?
I don't know. If you've got anything wind or dark aspected up your sleeve, do not hesitate to bring it to bear. He's 35. Well, everyone's unconscious. I mean, there's some people in the back, but whatever. Oh, and they're back up again. Dang it! Shall we get to it tonight? I'm a man of the sea and never was one for standing on ceremony.
Let us fight with honor.
Ready when you are. I was really hoping everybody would be unconscious for the
I will
cutscene.
not
Wait,
Oh.
why did he? Why?
Full team?
Why are you guys bringing
All
other
right.
people into this?
I don't know. I guess because for the arena we're going to be fighting with the whole team. It would normally it would be kind of tough.
I just don't think that. Well, from the perspective of someone wanting to gauge another person's strength versus your own, you would only want to make it a one-on-one battle. I mean, first off, you have 4 people versus 3, and you have 3 highly skilled companions with varied.
He's got 2 goons.
Yeah, he just has 2 common brawler pirates, and you have. Granted, I mean, I don't really know how much a merchant girl would be able to fight, but you have a hardened thief, a magically inclined scholar, and you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like an unfair fight off the top.
Have at you.
I could have taken him with Ulbrich. I think they actually should have had to just been like,
A one-on-one.
yeah. But I've also got like a very strong Ulbrich. So let's see. That was some damage. Okay.
It's my turn now.
I guess I probably should have waited to the next round, but whatever. Thief skills, steal SP.
I appreciate it. Really.
How weak is he?
Victory shall be
I
mine.
think he's... Well, if we take him out, we take him out.
The dagger.
I'm not grinding here. I'm just trying to get through to the end.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Yay.
That was faster than some of the duels I was on.
Yippee!
The knight's gone and done it! Swans, but what about the tourney?
Now then.
We all know the rule. The strongest remains.
What?
Wait, did she have the right of it? 'Twas a street brawl, no more. Aye, but street or arena, the strongest remains. That's how it's always been.
That's right.
Hear me, I've lost in fair and open battle. And this man here stands victorious. Might is right, the strongest remains. My tourney place is his. What say ye? 'Tis yours if yet you'll have it.
Well, at least he's an honorable guy for a
I
pirate.
see.
I will. You're a man of honor.
You said it, Ulbrich. Yay!
And so did Ulbrich Eisenberg win his place in the Grand Tourney. Before long, rumors of a great knight, the last remnant of a fallen kingdom, spread across every alehouse in town. All who claimed to have witnessed the battle, many more than stood in the plaza that day, spoke in awe of the speed and strength of his blade.
Of course, they wanted to pretend that they were there to witness it.
The tourney is about to begin.
Are you ready? No.
I see.
Take as much time as you need, but try not to tarry too long. You hear?
So because I knocked out all of these people, but like for their spectation thing, when they move back to their proper place, they're still unconscious.
Yep.
Just listen to those birds sing. Maybe they're celebrating your victory, Sir Ulbrich.
Aha, mayhap they are.
By the way, that Victorino reminds me of the folk back home. He's a real man of the sea, straight talking and honest, with no time for hogwash. You know, I've got a feeling he and I would get along. Just think about it makes me miss my old little port town. Blah, blah. Sorry.
Is that so?
Yep. My father said that the ocean is so beautiful, it washes people's hearts clean. When you look out at the horizon and realize just how huge it is, you can see your troubles for what they are.
Then the ocean is a fine thing indeed.
You're the same, Sir Ulbrich. You're like a big tree. Steadfast and calm, nothing sways you. You have a great view. Oh! A little bird landed right on his shoulder.
What?
I'm surprised there's no save point in here.
Wait, so little birds just land on Ulbrich because... Maybe it's because he's the tallest of everyone around.
Okay, saving. Alright, well, yeah. We'll see you guys in the next episode. We're kind of strapped for time. This is one of those series that we can only record during certain times of the day, and if anything else goes wrong, that usually means cuts into Octopath time. Anyway, so see you guys next time.